Hi there, Sylvie Peterson, your friendly neighborhood Tupperware consultant. Today we're going to be making a homemade recipe. We're making homemade salsa, which I found on classycooking.com. And before we get started with that, I'm going to talk to you about some of the products we're going to be using, the Tupperware products, specifically the SuperSonic Chopper. This is the compact version. It also comes in a taller version for, when you have more ingredients. It has the extra version, which also has a whipping component and little funnel where you can add things as you're chopping. And it also has the SuperSonic Chopper system, which has all of those. This is my favorite one because it's so compact, hence the name, and I can keep it in my cupboard and pull it out whenever I need to do chopping. Comes apart like that. Has a little blade, very sharp, so be careful. Has your base. Has the top with a little pulley system. Don't judge, I was skeptical too. You'll see what I mean. It has this little red button to take that apart for cleaning. Okay, you just pull it apart. That easy. These two pieces, the base and that insert part, dishwasher. You can put them in the dishwasher and clean them. But for this top with the pulley and the blade, you'll want to hand wash those. But again, be careful when you're doing that. It just snaps back together. Oops. Make sure it snaps back into place right there. Put that blade back in there. I'm using my That's a bowl, I'm using my spatula, and I have my measuring cups. Let me show you this cool little feature with the measuring cup. Not only is it slanted here for easy handling because our hands are bent, but when you put it down, it's down against the counter. I don't know if you can see it here. It bends down, so when you put it down, it's not gonna, have you ever knocked it? Have you ever knocked something and it spills everything over? That prevents that from happening. Okay, so here comes the fun part. Whenever I'm cooking, I look at all the ingredients and I prep them and I put them in the order that I'm going to need them, because there's nothing worse than having to go back and forth to a recipe, getting distracted. Next thing you know, you've forgotten an ingredient. I've done it. I made a Kentucky butter cake without butter, but whatever. Okay, so I've done the prepping for some of these things because I didn't want you to have to watch me chop things for 10 minutes. So let's start with Roma tomatoes. It's 1¼ pounds, which is about 5 or 6 of these. And I've already pre-washed them. So I'm just going to cut off the ends and I'm going to cut them off with my Tupperware paring knife. This is very sharp. I also have the sharpener because you don't want your blades to get dull. That causes accidental cuts more than anything else because you're having to cut harder. And then what you end up doing is injuring yourself because it has to go through. Now, this is the fun part. All right, let's move this over here. Hold it down. You want to hold that securely. And it's that simple. Just done 5 pulls. Look at this. Put it right in my bowl. I want to add more. And this is where the tall system might be handy for doing the salsa, because you can essentially, if you want everything at the same consistency, you can just throw it all in there. But I'm doing this so you can see how easy it is. I've determined in testing it that I like the consistency of about 5 pulls. If you discover that maybe it's too chunky for you, you can put some back in here. It's not a big deal. Then we're going to add a 14.5 ounce can of petite diced tomatoes. Okay. Then we're going to add about 2 ends of the scallions or green onions. And I could put this all in the taller one, but I just want you to see how easy this is. Look at this. That's amazing. This thing surprised me so much when I used it. When I've used the electric version, which I have to plug in and has a cord about this long, it takes me so long. Not with this. All right. Then next I'm going to need about a 1/3 cup of red onions. So I'll put that up. You don't want to overfill it. Again, there's like a little fill line there. It really is not hard to pull. And look at this. Got a couple of extra pieces. Look at this. Perfectly chopped. Put that in. Got a couple more little pieces. We'll do that real quick. If you like your salsa a little stronger, you can leave out the scallions and you can just put more red onions. It's all up to you. That is beautiful. I don't know why this makes me so happy. All right. Next, we'll want to do some jalapeno peppers. I've taken the seeds out because that's where the heat is without having the flavor. So I want to put my blade back in there. Put these in there. I'm not putting them all in there. I'm not the big salsa eater. My husband is. So what I can do is let him taste it. And then if he wants more heat, I can add that. So that's the way to go. Once again, here you go. Put that in there. Next, we're going to add cilantro. Now, the only thing that I did with cilantro is I'm not putting it in there because it tends to get, you can't reach because the blades do go down a lot to hit the smaller things. But I just find that chopping this up nice and fresh is just really nice. And again, this is about a handful, about 1/3 cup. But you can put less, you can put more, and then see how you like it. All right. The next thing we're going to do is the garlic. It says 1 large garlic clove. We tend to like a little more garlic, so I put a little bit in there already. Go ahead and do this. If I decide I want more, I'll get more. Ooh, look at these nice chunks of garlic. Ooh, this is smelling delicious. Okay, I've got all that in there. The next thing we want to do is put 2 tablespoons of fresh lime juice, which I've already added in there. And then we want to put 1/2 teaspoon of chili powder and 1/4 teaspoon of cumin. Put that in there. Then a little bit of sugar. And the reason that the sugar is nice is because it can be a lot and the sugar just sweetens it up. But again, you can test it, see how you like it. And I'm using the bottom part of one of the keychains that you get for hosting a party. It's magnetic on the bottom. It's 1 teaspoon here, and the other piece is 1 tablespoon. So I'll just put a little bit of sugar in there just to sweeten it up a little bit. And then a little bit of salt and pepper to taste. And again, whatever you decide. Whatever you decide. If you think you need more, if you think you need less, whatever it is, it's just fine. All right. So now I'm going to go ahead and use my Tupperware whisk. And the reason I recommend using Tupperware cooking utensils is because they are designed to not scratch and cut the Tupperware products. All right. Let's get that all mixed up. Ooh, I wish you could smell this. This looks so good. And this is the fun part right here. I also have my chip and dip set. I already have the chips in there. You can also use it as a serving tray. But let me show you this really cool part. These little containers. It has a lid. But you see this? I want to make sure you can see this. This simply snaps into the side. Look at that. That's amazing. You can put maybe salsa in one of them, maybe a hot and a mild salsa. You can put guacamole in another one. Look at, oh wait, I made it look like Mickey Mouse ears, kind of, sort of. And then I'll just use, again, using my Tupperware ladle so that I don't damage it. Put that in there. Michael, can you come in and be my taste tester? I made it nice and chunky, and if he wants it a little less chunky, I'll just put some of it back in here. All right. This, say hi to everybody. This is Michael. Hello. He's my taste tester, so go ahead.
Oh, it looks good.
It smells good too.
It does.
So go ahead and take a chip, scoop up as much as you want, and give it a try.
Yeah.
Well, we got to see you.
Oh, yeah.
Is that good?
It's good, yeah.
Not too hot, not too, because I can add some more jalapenos, whatever.
It's good. No, it's good mild salsa.
Oh, he's going back for more. He does like the mild salsa, but my daughter likes it hot, hot, hot. So you can use these 2 different cups, like I said, for hot and mild. Okay. Well, we're gonna be having some cool Mexican food tonight. Okay. I think he's eating his dinner. So that that is the homemade salsa recipe. If you want more information, if you want me to send you the recipe, I'll send you the link for that. But otherwise, let's enjoy. Bye-bye.